Welcome to another edition of the show. WWE President Nick Khan and Brad Blum revealed as key figures in Vince McMahon's sex-trafficking suit. WWE President Nick Khan and Brad Blum are the men identified as corporate officers number 1 and number 2 in a sex-trafficking lawsuit filed in January in federal court in Connecticut against the company former chair Vince McMahon and former talent relations executive John Laurinaitis. Please, before we continue, do not forget to like and subscribe. The suit claims that Khan and Blum, whose names have not previously been reported, were instrumental to a scheme in which the plaintiff, a woman named Janel Grant, was employed in a completely undefined role, except for the understanding that she remained a sexual slave to be used and trafficked by McMahon within the WWE. Unlike McMahon and Laurinaitis, the two are not personally accused of sexual misconduct or violence. Rather, the suit claims that they and others facilitated and covered up exploitation in ways that make WWE liable under federal anti-trafficking law.Khan, a dealmaker and former executive who earned a reputation as one of the most powerful men in sports media through negotiating billion-dollar deals for clients like the SEC and WWE before joining the latter as president in 2020, is now the top person in control of the sprawling empire it took McMahon a lifetime to build. He reports to TKO president Mark Shapiro and ultimately answers to legendary Hollywood power broker Ari Emanuel, who took over as chair of WWE's parent company TKO after McMahon resigned in January following the filing of the suit. WWE takes Ms. Grant's allegations very seriously and has no tolerance for any physical abuse or unwanted physical contact, a WWE spokesperson said in a statement. Neither Nick Khan nor Brad Blum, prior to the lawsuit being filed on January 25, 2024, were aware of any allegation by Ms. Grant that she was the victim of abuse or unwanted physical contact, nor does the complaint allege that either had knowledge of such. McMahon has said the allegations in the lawsuit are baseless and that he intends to vigorously defend himself. A lawyer for Laurinaitis has denied the allegations but appeared to corroborate them by saying at the same time that, like Grant, his client was a victim in this case, not a predator. The information about the identities of the corporate officers offers a new lens through which to view Grant's suit. Most attention has focused on the allegations of extreme sexual violence the suit makes against McMahon and his associates. It can, though, also be read as a set of claims about how McMahon made the highest-ranking executives in his company complicit in his front office. Sports independently identified Khan and Blum, as well as the two other anonymous corporate officers to whom the suit refers, by cross-checking the details of the suit against publicly available records like online resumes and corporate filings, as well as information provided by sources familiar with WWE. Corporate officer number 1 is said in the suit, for example, to have maintained a fourth-floor office at the company's former headquarters, which a person who worked there confirmed was true of Khan. Foes then asked Grant's lawyer, Ann Callis, whether its reporting was accurate. "I can confirm that these names are correct," she said. The suit says that McMahon groomed Grant while she was grieving the death of her parents and had her hired into a fake job with the company's legal department in May 2019. Subsequent to that, it says she was subjected to extreme cruelty and degradation, including McMahon defecating on her during group sex, and he and Laurinaitis raping her in the WWE offices, with the abuse only ending in 2022. This left her, according to the suit, crippled, both physically and mentally, including from debilitating symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and suicidal ideation. McMahon presented Blum and Khan, after his hiring in August 2020, to Grant as his key fixers, according to the suit. The first time McMahon met her, it says, in March 19, he promised Grant, who had minimal work history, that his office would reach out to arrange a meeting with Blum, who was executive vice president in charge of operations at the time. A week later, the suit says she met with Blum. He hardly asked any questions, and before long, she had been hired into a $75,000 a year job in the legal department. In February 20, the suit says McMahon told Grant that Blum had warned him that there were a lot of rumors circulating about the relationship. Immediately after this, she was transferred to another department. Years later, the suit says, after McMahon and Grant signed a non-disclosure agreement he negotiated on WWE's behalf, without its knowledge he ended up paying only $1 million of an agreed-upon $3 million. The two had a call he claimed would be the last conversation they would ever have, during which he named Blum as one of the two people she should call if she ever needed anything. The second of those two people was Khan. According to the suit, in March 2021, Grant told McMahon that Khan had responded to her introducing herself in a corridor by telling her he knew exactly who she was. Later that day, the suit says McMahon told her that he had held a meeting with Khan and Blum and informed them of the nature of their relationship. McMahon told her, the suit says, that the two men had voiced concerns to him and inquired whether Grant could be trusted. A WWE spokesperson denies this conversation ever happened. McMahon, the suit says, told Grant that the two expressed concern but were ultimately